Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta.
As close as he could possibly get, but still, what a return.
An absolutely tremendous start to the game. What a return to take it that far deep into the other team's territory. The only person upset, the return guy. He didn't quite get to the end.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Franco Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. And Vic's throw there incomplete. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. It's moved. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, Moon. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. That'll be caught by Hester. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, a 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now he's loose at the 40. Devontae Smith.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Devontae Smith, 73 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. But what do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved, and certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play that was a result of that play call? Big-time execution on that one.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Vick now after the fumble recovery. To the left side and caught by Hester.
Down the left sideline. He may go.
Touchdown, Falcons. Devin Hester, 78 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A play fake. Now Moon.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Boone.
Hitting London coming across the field.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down, here's Moon. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On fourth down, Moon. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Michael Vick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Vick. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Walker now on 1st and 10. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw, Moon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Now Moon. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They're going to try and throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And London, the motion man right. On 1st down, it's Moon. That's complete to Sharp. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Yeah, a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ken Walker, 61 yards. And the Falcons strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And
now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Vic's throw into the hands of Pitts here. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. Vic readies to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. From the shotgun, it's Vic. A quick throw there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll toss this out right to Walker. To the 43, second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw on second down, Moon. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Moon to throw. Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Here's 2nd and 10. Moon. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Moon. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team tripped. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 117 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down, as this time they get an even 20.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Play action. It's Moon. This is Smith to the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Off play action. Moon goes right back to Smith again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the deep.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
That throw by Vick incomplete.
With the dime worked on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. It's a play fake. Now Vick. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Jonnu Smith. 82 yards. And the Falcons have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed pass like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs. When necessary, they helped get him out of trouble.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. offense out there for their next drive. Following the fumble recovery. Moon. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Moon. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Moon. And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's Olave bringing in another one.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
19 tight.
Out of the gun, it's Moon. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now Moon. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now they're in the hurry up. From the gun, Vick. This is to Pitts on the quick slant.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yard.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. He'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A play fake. Now Moon.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, that was one that I kind of saw coming, Charles. A free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run Walker. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
The kick by Carlson is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Vick now. Open man there is Federer. He's to the 15. Touchdown Falcons. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And the Falcons use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question? Your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board, will it energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. There's Franco Harris. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. They'll come up now on 2nd down. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And Vick's throw there incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in a huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Michael Vick. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Vick. Right back to Pitts again.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Vick. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's 1st and 10. Vick to throw. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here now, third down.
Viking 18. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught on the right side of Smith. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo.
This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now a first down throw, Moon.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Vick now after the fumble recovery.
And that'll be complete to Fennery.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action now, Vick. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
And the Falcons are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime.
That one complete down the field to Smith. He's to the 15.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much